Okay, so yesterday my friend texted me and she was asking like makeup recommendations because she doesn't really know how to do her makeup at all and she wants to learn for homecoming. So whatever, I sent her like a list of every step, every product, where you can get it, how you should apply it, and then I realized like a lot of people don't know the basics of makeup. So this tutorial that I'm about to do is like the basics of makeup, every single detail that you need to know if you want to learn how to do a full face on yourself. For reference, this is my before, this is the after. First step is skin prep. So these are the products that I use. From Tier, it's the milk, and then from Rhode I use also their glazing milk and then their glazing mist, and then Refy. This is gonna be a long video, so feel free to speed up the pace of it or something. I don't know, it's just there is a lot of detail that goes into all of this. I do the exact same thing with this one. Okay, I just sprayed my face with this. Now let's go in with the primer. Make sure you get like literally every pore on your face. Okay, I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes to really set into my skin. It's time for eyebrows. So personally I love the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax and 24-hour brow setter. These two are both amazing. Use whichever. I like to use both. All I do is sculpt them until I like how they look, and this just really keeps it in place all day. Time for foundation. I love the Halo Glow because it's a very like light glowy coverage. Go in with the brush and really just spread it around. Then I go in with the beauty blender to really just make sure it is all nice and smooth. Also make sure to put some on your neck. Now liquid bronzer. I love these two. This one's from Say Beauty, this one's Chanel. Apply it directly onto your brush and then just dab it in. Don't swipe, just dab it. I like to kind of bring it right here into my eye. Once it's all placed, I just make sure to go over it with the beauty blender. I also like to put some right here on this part of my nose. Okay, now contour. Contour and bronzer are not the same thing. It has to be very cool tone so that it actually gives you definition. I go in with a mini brush, go down the sides of my nose or up the sides of my nose, whatever. Then I kind of sculpt out the button nose effect that I want. You kind of have to play with the shape of your nose to see what suits you best. This is what I found suits me best. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the back of my mini beauty blender and just dab it in. Okay, here's where you have to hear me out. I know I look crazy right now, just trust the process. So now we're gonna go and dab it like directly with the brush on the product and go under where I put my bronzer to really, what's the word? Define my cheekbone. Now time for some liquid blush. This is a cream blush, same thing, whatever. Always brush on the product, not product on your face. High on the cheekbone to really make your face look lifted. I also like to bring this into my eye a little. Oh, I forgot to say this is Rhode, and the contour I used was from the Sephora brand. Okay, this is where everything is really gonna come together. Let's go in with some concealer. Put it right here on the sides of your nose and then kind of gently work your way up here. Make sure your concealer is a tad bit lighter than your skin tone. I like to go in with this one and kind of mix these two shades. This one is the Dior one and this one is Hourglass. Little dot on my chin, on the sides, and then right here. Again, I like to mix the two concealers. Not necessary at all, just my preference. Now we're gonna go in with the brush, line it up on the sides of my nose. So this is kind of to spread it out, not necessarily to blend it in. Just like this. On the sides of my cheeks, I'm gonna do this to really sculpt out my jaw. Something that I think is important for the nose contour. Make a line here, bring it up. Now we're gonna go over with the beauty blender and just blend that all into place and make sure it is seamless. Now is when it all really starts to come together. Like, you see how beautiful this starts to look. I'm gonna get my One Size setting spray and just spray my whole face. Now that it's all set, I'm gonna go in with some Kosas pressing powder, I think it's called, and a little powder puff. And I'm just gonna really dab it in right here under my eyes because that's where it creases the most and I really want to emphasize there. Kind of outline the nose with the edge of the beauty blender, no, not beauty blender, powder puff. And then also go up this line that we had done before that really sharpens your face. And don't forget to bring it up onto your eyelid because that creases a lot. Did the same thing on that side. Now I'm gonna go in the other parts that I put concealer. Now I'm gonna go in with some powder bronzer and just go over the same place that I had initially applied it. Now this powder blush from Dior, same spot I put the liquid, really angling it up. Now I'm gonna get my Huda Beauty baking powder and go over the same exact spots that I put my pressing powder. It really brightens it up. I'm gonna let it sit in these spots for like 5 minutes. Also, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of powdered bronzer on my forehead. The way I like to take this off is kind of like swiping it. Now I'm gonna pat it in, kind of blur out those sharp lines so it doesn't look like I literally drew on my face. Now I'm using my Benefit highlighter. It's powder. I honestly just like to do a little bit on my nose. We're almost done, guys. I'm gonna go over it with some spray again. Okay, now it's time for lips. I'm going in with this Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 Mudded Pink. Now I'm just going to go over that with some clear Rhode lip gloss. I love this one. Now I'm going in with the Sky High waterproof mascara. Let's take off the headband. And finally, after all of that, we are done. I really like how this turned out, and I hope you guys do too. Bye.